Welcome to the Boxerville Homestead. My name's Carol, and please enjoy my day here of vlogging.
This seems to be the window I come to a lot to give the view, and I guess we'll just kind of keep St. Francis's tree in the picture. It has been snowing pretty lightly this morning until maybe 10 minutes ago, and it's really picked up again. My husband's home. The truck that he had coming to haul some logs, he clears land. Couldn't get out this morning, so he's back home, which is kind of a nice day. We're gonna have breakfast and maybe watch a Christmas movie and just enjoy the fact that he rarely gets a day off. But just thought I'd show you the window you usually see, the field. He just went out and he had put some fruit down. Hey friends, welcome back to the Boxerville Homestead. Today is Monday, December 19th, so it's our Christmas week. I can't even get over it. Here in the Pacific Northwest, we're actually getting snow. I'm not exactly sure what they're doing down south in Seattle. It's probably miles, maybe 28 miles, 30 miles from here. But about 45 minutes or so. But we live in the country, and it's snowing, and it has been snowing. Yesterday, pretty hard a couple of times. Some really actually large flakes. Everything's white. We probably only have a couple of inches, but maybe we'll have a white Christmas, although I think towards the end of the week it's supposed to warm up. Anyway, I'm enjoying a cup of the Christmas in Paris tea, the stash tea. It's amazing. Truly, every time I drink it, which is almost daily, I think of Amber from the Lovely Yarn podcast. I think the temperature here, I meant to mention, and I did take some footage coming back in from town. It's like 28, 29 degrees, something like that. I think we're supposed to get hit pretty good this evening. Pretty good. We've had feet here. The year that we moved up here, oh my gosh, it was 2008, and we moved in the snow in March, and it was horrible. I was like to my husband, where did you move me to? Anyway, I know I've been talking about, if anybody's even watched the first few Vlogmas episodes, I have been talking about, I actually am a knitter. And that's kind of my plan on starting this, but Christmas, the holidays, everything that's going on is so busy right now that my knitting baskets are here and there's a lot to do, and I could show you a lot, but I don't want to just overwhelm myself as well as others with it. Here comes Sophia. She's going to want in my chair. So I thought I would just show a couple of sweaters that I've knit. I brought down a bunch, but I think I'll just stick to a couple. Come on, baby girl. To a couple. And then I'll just do, oops, Sophia, we're gonna have a little tea on the floor here. And then I will, I'll just show a couple each time of some of my finished sweaters. I don't have one on today, obviously. I have a working shirt on because after this, I'm going to go out and I'm gonna stack some more wood. So we have a sip of tea and we'll get rolling. Two of the sweaters I'm gonna show today, and now I've mind farted one of the names. Everybody will know this one. This is like a staple, the Weekender. Who does not need at least one of these in their life, right? This is like a anytime evening, Saturday throw on, warm, cozy by the fire, or not, camping Weekender. It's like the best. My gosh, I knit this, when the pattern first came out, and it has seen the wear, but it still washes up great. I know that I washed it in a Cascade yarn, but I'm really terrible about Ravelry, about taking notes and what I did. I just don't, I'm not a note taker. I'm not a date book keeper. That's not my forte. But I'm pretty sure it was a Cascade. It is 100% wool. It is not a superwash. I really do prefer the non-superwash yarns like these. Not early, but I got into a phase where I bought a lot of, oh my gosh, I'll show you my yarn vault. My husband calls the room the vault, not even a stash, it's a vault. I got into buying a lot of the superwash yarns at one time, and I have quite a collection, and I really am trying to stash down, and I've done really well this year of not buying. I have bought a couple of new things, and one of which I'll show. Anyway, back to the Weekender. This is my life and my brain right here all over the place. So the Weekender, I love the color. It's just a go-to. It's kind of boxy. I did do a longer hem in the back next time, and I will make another one very soon. I'll do an even longer, I think, split hem. I just really like that. I did a full-length sleeve. I did the twisted rib cuffs on it, which I love. And when I started doing that on this sweater, I started doing it on everything. It's worth the extra work. It looks nice. I mean, after all, I don't know how many years ago I knit this, but even after that long and that much wear, it's still, to me, I think it looks amazing. I mean, it's been through campfires. I mean, it's been through, well, not in the fire, but we are big campers, and so this is a staple wardrobe piece. Andrea Mowry, I don't know if I even said the designer. Probably didn't even need to, because like I said, this is like a piece. So the next one is also by Andrea Mowry, and I think it's called the Throwback. And again, I don't remember what I knitted in, other than it's kind of a combination of superwash and non. The body is a non-superwash. Some of the color work is a superwash, and to be honest, I think it's the white and the burgundy. I really love this sweater. I'm not sure what I was thinking when I only put one button in. And I knew I meant to do, I believe 7, not buttonhole. No clue. And anyway, my husband had made me these really cool buttons. And honestly, guys, I have no idea how close I am right now because I'm looking at the back side of my phone, so I see nothing. But he made me these really cool wooden buttons, and so that was my plan, to use those up and down the sweater. So it has one, which is fine, but I love it. I love the colors and the color work. I do get a ton of compliments on it. I guess it's unusual. I don't know. For me, it's not. I like different colors, I guess. And I like the fact that it stands out. I did have to do a repair on it already. On the arm. This is the back. And of course, because you are knitters, and this is what we do, I love my floats. I love my floats. I wore a hole in the sleeve, and so I did some repair, and I did duplicate stitch, and I actually think I did a pretty darn good job. It's really hard to even tell. Is that right? Is that what it's called, is duplicate stitch? I think so. I used my mom's old darning egg. It's an old wooden one. And how old? Boy, I don't know. She would have been 100 years old this year, so it's pretty old. So anyway, I really love the colors in this. It is something I really look forward to pulling out in the fall. It's cozy, it's warm. There's just nothing like wool, right? So those are 2 of the sweaters I've knit by Andrea Mowry. I do have a couple of others. and I started a night shift. Is that what it's called? Because I'm an ER nurse. I work night shift. So to me, that was just, I just needed to do it. But I didn't like my color choices when I got going, and I just kind of fizzled out. So I need to pick that up again because I really want that, and I'll do it. So those are my 2 Andrea Mowry sweaters. I also have, oh my gosh, they're here. I might as well show them. I was only going to do the 2, but you know what the heck. I have knit 2 of the ranunculus so far by, oh my gosh, I'm going to say her name wrong, so I don't want to say it. Hirose is the last name. Midori Hirose? I hope that's right. I am so sorry if not. This one I did, you guys would think I'm stalking Amber from A Lovely Yarn. However, I saw hers. I thought, I have that yarn in my stash. There's a new podcast called that too, I think. I have that yarn in my stash or something similar, a couple of gals. So I thought, I need one too. So I knit it out of Madeline Tosh in the calligraphy colorway. I had 4 skeins of it, and 3 of the skeins were very close and apparent together, and the 4th one definitely was not, and they were all of the same lot. So anyway, this is one of them, and of course I finished this right at the end of this season meaning the end of, even into fall, maybe in September. Actually, I believe we were camping on the coast, so it would have been September. And so it has only had 1 wearing, but I will bring it out in the spring. This is such a beautiful pattern. It is so addicting. I mean, it's just lovely. It's just lovely. And I look forward to making more of them. My plan was that I would make some winter ones because they're just so, you can dress them up, you can dress them down. So maybe I'll get one cast on. I actually kind of thought that would be a nice Christmas evening cast on after things have settled down. And heavens, I could get it done by New Year's. I think it took me, less than a week to do each one of these. So that's the first one. This is the second one that I see. I've not even, I have not woven in the ends yet. And this is a surprise yarn. I have no clue the name of it. I do know that it has alpaca in it. I can feel it. But I don't know the name of it. And I do, like I said, I'm a twisted rib girl on everything now. I love it doesn't matter what I'm doing now. It gets a twisted rib when it's a sweater bind off. Same way with sleeves. And I had enough of this yarn that I literally I wanted a longer sleeve on this one. And so I just knit till I knew I was getting close to running out of yarn. When I got to the sleeves, I literally weighed what I had left and started in. And this is what I got. I think it's just really beautiful. It's not showing well in the light here. It almost has some specks of, just when I sat down, of course the light changed, it got darker. But it almost has some specks of blue and pink in it when it's turned a certain way. What do you think, Sophia? Again, it's light. I could wear it with a blouse. Underneath it. But my plan was more to wear it with like a silky tank, a white tank. And again, coming into spring, I think it'll be lovely. Anyway, I'm pretty tickled with it. So that is where I am going to stop with the sweaters. Those are finished objects, not recently. Recent as in fall time recent. And then the Andrea Mowry sweaters, the 2, the throwback and the weekend are probably, well, I knit them when the patterns came out. Right now what I'm working on, and I am kind of only doing it as a one, just to see, kind of get an idea on whether I'm gonna like it or not. I found this pattern. Actually, I'm not even sure how I found the pattern. And I brought the wrong one into the living room here, but it is by Bernat. The pattern is, it's a free pattern on the internet, and it's like the old-fashioned socks my dad used to wear. This is not wool, so I'm gonna use this actually for probably a Christmas sock, but I just kind of wanted to feel the pattern to see how it was written, if it would fit my husband's Flintstone feet. And mostly because I had this old yarn in stash and it thought it needs to be used. So this is going to be one of those old-fashioned wool socks that I probably, like I said, will hang as a stocking during the holidays, during Christmas. It's kind of been fun so far. I am knitting through the back loop when I knit the 2x2 on this, because again, it's a nicer squish. It just holds its form better, clinches the leg better. I love it for my socks as well. This is my go-to rib. I can, you can tell, right? So that is in progress, and I wish I could think of the name of it, but I know it's like a Bernat free pattern wool sock. I'll try and put it in the show notes. Show notes. I've not done show notes. Maybe this time. Who knows? These are actually a pair that I need to repair for my husband. I don't know if he got a moth. Gosh, I hope not. That would just be devastating to me. I haven't found any signs of it, but he did show me that he had a hole in one of these. Yeah, it's up the heel. So maybe it was his shoe. I'm hoping it's more of a shoe. It kind of looks like a wear hole because there's a lot of pilling and wear in here. These are really no pattern, just my pattern. This is obviously an old pair before I was doing the twisted rib, because see how they flare? That won't happen again. Just a heel flap gusset down to the toe. I prefer a top-down sock. That is kind of, the toe up for some reason makes no sense to my brain. I don't know why. I've tried. Does anybody have a good toe up one that, I have literally been knitting. I'm going to be 59 years old this coming year. I've probably been knitting 50 years. I started knitting as a child, not well, but knitting, crocheting. My mother is very artistic. She painted beautifully. I don't paint. A little watercolor, but I don't paint like she did. So anyway, this is kind of a work in progress because it needs darned. So I need to get the wood egg out, and I think I still have some of this wool. Another work in progress is this. It's just a hat. It's just a vanilla basic beanie hat, size 10.5 needles. And the reason that I'm doing this is I bought the needles and the wool and another needles and the wool for my niece and teaching her to knit. So, and she will actually be here tomorrow to work on our hats. So that's what this is going to be. This will probably be for a donation hat, although I don't like to do 100% wool, non-superwash, raw wool for donations, because oftentimes people are unable to care for them proper and then they shrink and felt. So regardless, it's a hat, and hopefully it'll be done by the next time I'm actually able to sit down and talk knitting. Crochet. Now, I've crocheted as long as I've knitted, but I'm not good at it. It's not my thing. I don't like the holes. I have a friend that crochets beautifully. Mosaic, beautiful mosaic, blankets, throws, all sorts of things. It's just really amazing. Oh, we're gonna have a delivery right now. They'll see me sitting here talking to myself. What do you think about that? Prime, I'm guessing. So as you know, we do boxer rescue, or if you don't know, we do boxer rescue since 1989. It's okay, Sophia. They're supposed to be here, honey. And UW, University of Washington alumni. Go Dogs, purple and gold. This is the old gold color. So I thought, I'm going to whip them up a couple of sweaters very quickly because they're boxers. They wear short hair. It's okay, honey. I had to stop talking a minute. He was looking. It's okay. Good girl. You're such a big girl. So I thought I can whip these up quickly. And I'm not really following a pattern. Their chest is so large. It's so difficult to follow a pattern for a normal dog. So anyway, I am down to, on Sophia, like about here. And I'm kind of just doing a try as I go. Now the ribbing, actually, the collar ribbing on it, it's actually not bad. I'm very surprised. And you actually crochet through the back loop as well to get this. And it's a nice stretchy, kind of looks like it'll hold its form. Now the reason I wanted to do this, well, many reasons, but I was watching a podcast and I cannot remember the name of it now. Maybe it'll come to me. And this lady was knitting herself a sweater out of some respun, 100% recycled polyester yarn. And I was fascinated by it. And with her talking about it, it's by Lion's Brand. I bought it at Joann's, and I believe it was on sale for, I don't know, $6-7 a skein. I don't buy, okay. I'm a yarn snob, okay? I like wool, alpaca, some of the natural, cotton, kind of, bamboo, I like wool. But this stuff is so crazy soft. Now, while I'm not really thrilled about the crochet look and the holes of it, I bet knit in a tighter gauge, it would be beautiful. Or even in a loose gauge for a ranunculus. It is so squishy, soft. It's crazy. I love it. I love it. It's lovely. It really is. This is the color Raisin. And it's actually, I swear, the color of my Chevelle. I have a 67 Chevelle Super Sport, and I swear it's the same color. It's a royal, to me, it's a royal plum. Now talk about getting your money's worth on this. This is 658 yards. It's amazing to me. Yeah, 658 yards, 602 meters. Content with 100% post-consumer recycled polyester. That's so cool. I love that. So, I think it's worth a try. It's definitely worth the money. You are getting definitely your money's worth, a bang worth for it. The way it's supposed to wash up is machine wash, gentle cycle, tumble, dry, low. I'm thinking baby garments would be the way to go with that. So that is another work in progress. Otherwise, things in the future, like I said, I really do want to do another ranunculus, a winter version. I'm really into more of the kind of natural colors. I'm getting even more and more into that now. So I'm not sure. I'm going to do from my stash no matter what. And I do plan on taking you guys upstairs on a little tour of the vault. Maybe next time. I'd also like to share with you my wheel. I have a spinning wheel. I have a shocked ladybug that I have had that again, I can't remember how many years. My husband gave it to me for our anniversary one year, which is coming up very soon, December 30th. And it took quite some time to get here. And I don't know if anybody, and I think I mentioned it, of the Oso slide that was so devastating in our area and all the lives lost. And I actually lost a friend that I went to nursing school with was killed in it, along with 2 of her 4 dogs. Her husband and 2 of the other dogs survived. So my spinning wheel came the day of the slide, and so I named her Hope because of the hope of survivors. You know, it was devastating, the amount of lives that were lost. On that note, I think it's time for me to get out and get my wood. I do have a couple of other clips that I've either put in ahead of this or you'll see coming behind. My friend Sophia back here, this is what she does. She likes to sit behind me. And I wish you could see my boy Chance over on the sofa. He's moved all of the Christmas pillows around and he is resting. He's sleeping so good. There's such a joy and such a blessing to see the changes in him when you rescue. I think they kind of rescue us. So I hope wherever you guys are, if you celebrate Christmas, as we do here, anticipation of Christ's birth, I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope you have a blessed Christmas and a safe and happy New Year. I do have some exciting plans for New Year's that I can't even believe. It's something we've never done, and just for kind of a little throw out there, and I will try and get some pictures. We are going to a masquerade ball, and I've never been to one, so I'm pretty excited. So if there's any tips on, you know what we need a tip on? My husband, we both wear glasses, but I'll put contacts on. He does not wear contacts. He needs a mask that will fit over his glasses. If anybody has any ideas or tips on that would be awesome. So everybody, make good choices and remember to adopt and don't shop. And we'll talk to you soon. What's the matter, Hazel?